likelihood of injuries happening. You should look to do these tests about 4 times a week or 3 sets of 10 reps so that you do each test correctly, preventing any injuries and allowing time to have a warm-up at the beginning to prevent any muscle injuries. This test is important as it allows us to find out your baseline speed and how much we have to improve it for better performance, getting free and losing your defender, or keeping tight on your player in defence in netball. This test is valid as it can be done with gates which doesn't allow any human error or timed runs. Due to the gates, it also makes it reliable as it doesn't allow much error. Forestry step test results. We did the Forestry step test to test the muscular endurance in your legs. Your results was 38 in 1 minute. Looking at the normal data, we could see that your results were at the high end of average, which is good. However, by improving your muscular endurance just a little more would get you to the next level of very good. To improve muscular endurance training, you will need to have lower weights of 5 kg or 10 kg with more reps to improve your quadriceps, hamstrings in the leg, e.g. resistant training like 20 lunges, 10 with one leg and 10 with the other, with weighted vests, and 15 to 25 reps for 3 sets. Another way to improve muscular endurance is to work on power drills like squats with low or to moderate 10 to 15 kg weights, weighted vests, or holding a disc plate weight, and plyometric training which will increase your power, meaning you will be able to go longer for faster periods of time. To add variation, long distance running with low weighted vests of about 10 kg to add resistance and increase the intensity whilst still keeping aerobic based activity. I recommend you alternate the method of training and do no more than 3 sessions of about 1.5 hours per week. The muscular endurance to minimize muscle injuries. This test is important for you as shows you have good muscular endurance, but that we can work towards improving your endurance to help you perform better in matches. Muscular endurance in the legs is very important for netball players as they have to run for long periods in the game, so it is an important component of fitness to include in your training program. This test is very reliable for us because even though it only shows the muscular endurance in the legs, it was what we specifically wanted to measure. Sit and reach test results. My client had 3 attempts to finally get a score of 28 centimeters. First attempt, she got 25 centimeters. Second attempt, you got 28 centimeters. Third attempt, you got 27 centimeters. Your highest score was 28 centimeters with a mean of 26.6 centimeters. Using normative data for this test, you are below average flexibility for females, so this is an area where we can improve your fitness and performance levels. To improve your flexibility, we should incorporate a regular routine of stretching. It is important that your body is warmed up before you start stretching to prevent injury. The stretches to be used would be static stretches like shoulder stretch and tricep stretch for upper body flexibility to improve range of movement and receiving and making a pass. Downward dog, which helps stretching hamstrings and calves. Dynamic stretches like lunge with spinal twist and side bend stretch. And PNF stretches, which is stretch, contract, relax with a partner for hamstrings. You should be looking to do these stretches daily for 10 minutes in the morning and evening, and for the PNF stretching for 10 minutes within your warm-up at the start of your netball session to continuously improve your flexibility in your lower and upper body. Flexibility testing is important to measure what level of flexibility you currently have and shows us what level you should be working to achieve. Flexibility in netball is important as it will allow a greater range of motion, important for passing and receiving the ball and for changing direction without causing injury. However, the validity of this test this client is limited as it only shows the flexibility in the hip and not in the upper body, shoulders, which is also needed in changing direction and passing in netball. Despite this, the sit-up test is a reliable test as it can be repeated to cancel out any human error and data is widely available. Sit-up test results. As your sit-up test For your sit-up test results, you managed to do 36 correct sit-ups in 1 minute. Looking at the normative data, we could see that your results were above average, at good from the range of 32 to 39. Although your sit-up test scores were good, we could still improve it by doing more weight-bearing exercise like sit-ups using 5 kilogram disc plate weight or 20 reps and 3 sets. You should look to do this once a week for 45 minutes to prevent overworking your muscles, which may cause muscle injuries. It's important to do this test as it helps improve your muscular endurance, which will help your performance in netball as she will be able to maintain her running at a good level for longer periods in the match. However, this test focuses on strength in the abdominals, so doesn't test muscular endurance in other areas of the body, for example in your legs. This means it is a valid test for abdominal muscular endurance but not for other muscle groups. The reliability of this test is dependent on the tester's accuracy. Human error like missing a sit-up may affect results, but consistency of the same tester would minimize the error. For the last test, we did the push-up test to test muscular endurance in the upper arms. Your results were 18 push-ups in 1 minute. Looking at the normative data, we can see that the results are just within the average range, which is 17 to 33. So we can definitely improve these scores by setting targets to get in a certain length of time. For example, you can do push-ups with the weighted vests and see how much you can do in 5 minutes. You can also use weights to help improve your muscular endurance. You can also do 5 sets of 50 reps doing bicep curls of light weights of 6 to 8 kilograms. You should look to do this once a week at the same session you do your sit-up weight work to prevent muscle injuries which could prevent you from playing netball during the week. It's important for you to improve your muscular endurance in your arms, as netball players need to pass the ball many times with speed and strength for long periods of time in netball matches to give your team a better chance in scoring. The validity of this test is limited due to testing the muscular endurance in your arms. Having said that, muscular endurance in your arms is very important in netball because of the frequency of passing. The reliability of this test, like the sit-up test, is dependent on the tester's accuracy. Human error, like missing a push-up or counting in an invalid push-up, may affect results, but consistency on the tester would minimize this error.